All right, everybody, it's time to roll the wind. Time to do a little trip practice. $520 buy-in. Difference is, instead of a $15 table, I'm on a $25 table. With a 555, $5 crap check. For those who may be new or still learning, $25 on the pass line, wins on a 7 or 11. On a 7, this bet up here would come down, so I'll have 10 bucks profit if I threw a come out 7. This bet loses on a 2, 3, or 12. This will pay me 7 to 1, $35 if I throw a 7. I'm sorry, a 2, 3, or 12. I'm going to practice with my conventional dice set, and I'm going to do it. You know, I've got a fairly bouncy table. I mean, if y'all, there's some bounce down there. Not as bouncy as a lot of tables, I understand. But it is what I got. But I'm going to practice. I'm going to try my throw. I'll be trying my throw as if it's that bouncy or more. Probably more. If it's more bouncy than this. Something like this is what I'll be trying to do. Doesn't mean it'll work. But that's why I'm practicing it. We'll be coming in and going down low, just like that. Helps keep the dice low to the table. We got a little bit too much bounce out. We did get set of 0.5. Okay, that's going to be the idea. I like to do that on bouncy tables, especially if I'm way down near the hook. The further out I am, the bouncier the table, the more somebody will see me dipping down into the bowl. Like I said, it's a $30 table. Yeah, $25 table, I'm putting $30 on the 6 and 8. I'm going to put a nickel in the field. Not a nickel, quarter in the field. Mercy. And a quarter to come. A little too hard, but I hit the point. Three, 2. Points off, that travels. This loses. Pass line wins. With $45 on the back. It's going to be the same grip I always use. Same grip. Let me take $5 out of my rack. I still got my crap check sitting there. Another 415. Alright, so the come bet, the flat bet wins. If it had odds on it, they would not have won anyway. That's why I always wait until the point's set before I bring it out. I'll go to $50 odds. I've rolled 3 5s in a row. Why wouldn't I? Let's still go 30 as a minimum. That one was not good. Got a good result. 538. Keep pulling it out of camera view. There we go. It's really out of 3 cameras. You can see some of these shots. Alright. Page 35. I will take it to 42. I will put $25 in the rack. Remember, we started with 520. Yeah, it's a nice looking 7. Can't get much prettier than that. Alright, so off the table we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 75, $155, it looks like. Alright. Man, them sat down there pretty too. Hey, it happens. Okay. Same thing. I'm not going to change my set. There's a yo. Oh, I forgot to take 555 out. Here it is. Crap check loses. There's another 5 for a $5 crap check. This time I win 25 on the pass line. Too hard off the wall, but we got a 0.4. And I'm immediately going to put a quarter behind that quarter. Alright, so here's where you have to make a decision. You know you've been throwing a lot of 5s. You have 1 8, didn't throw a 6. But you know, deep down in your heart, that you're probably more likely to throw a 6 and 8, or an 8, 6 or an 8. But you may have to branch out. Probably hit a bunch of field numbers this time since I don't have a field bet. Hit a point. That's even better. 3-1. So we win $75 on the pass line with odds. I'm a believer in taking advantage of that as best you can afford to. Again, we've got to be careful. We weren't careful on that 5 before, were we? Nope. But I had thrown 3 of them in a row, I think. A little too hard. Got that 6 we never hit earlier. Drop $2 out of the rack. Go to 42, quarter in the rack. Automatic. It's just automatic. Unless I know I've got to, rack the 35, I'm going to 42. And there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all with the same bet. There's 9. I'm hoping from this straight on shot, y'all can kind of tell what I'm trying to do down there. There's an 8. 6-2. Trying to get you out of that glare a little bit. Dropping 2, going to 42. Alright, so this hand, taking 25, 25, and 75. I'm up 125 on the hand. We got 50, 60, 64 dollars, I believe, of my money on the table. I've got $7 of my money. I think it is on the 6, on the 8. We hit the 4. You know what? The point should be 6. I got carried away with throwing. If that's the case, if 6 is the point, I think 6 is the point. There's 6 or 8. I'm not going to back it up. It'll stop my camera. So we'll just call it 6 is the point, I guess. $30 odds. Yeah, I know. It could be higher. Whoa, that was too hard. There's that 5. Too hard against the wall. 3-2. Alright. That's going to pay us 35. Let's go ahead and just go to 35. Or if I'm in Mississippi, I'm going to 36. Let's play it at 35. Alright. There's an 8. Mark that 5, mark another 8. And let's see. We got 42, pays us 49. Drop $1 on the table to the dealer and say, same bet. And they'll give you 2 green chips. Another 9. That's 2 9s. Should take a quarter of that last winnings. Let's put it on there. Should have done that to start with. That would give us an inside bet on this thing. There's another 8. 5-3. That's the same thing as before. Pay you 50 for one. So now you got to decide. Okay, I got $50 in green chips. I just racked that. You can rack it again. Wouldn't be a bad play. You could take and place the 4 and the 10, and you got every number. And you're paying for it with a bet. I'm gonna split the difference and hit the 4, put a quarter in the rack. I hadn't hit a 10. Doesn't deserve a bet yet. Hard 6. That's the point. At least we think it was the point. Go sit down there nice. Mark the 6 as a point hit. There we go. $5 crap check. All right, so we've hit a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. We could use a 2, a 3, 10, 11, 12. Let's see if we can find some of it. Might not. Coming out. $415. I had a lot of bounce up on that toss right there. Alright, so I got 35, had 35 on it. I'm going to bring this back down to 30, put a nickel in the rack. I'm going to, let's just place it for 60 on the 6. Could place it for 42. That'd be a little smarter. That would be a little smarter. It's practice, right? It's practice like you play. I'd place it for 60. If not 90. Hard 4. Gonna pay us 50 for 1. Look at this. Turn that right around to you. There's my dice set. Of course, I realize I turned them and twisted them, but that's good. Six, 2, 8. Six, 2, 8. All right, here we are again. Still only got 42 on there. And you know what? We're gonna say goodbye to 42. And go to 90. Bye-bye 42. A lot of rollback. There's a 5, 4, 9. All right, so we got our money back on that bet we made on that 9. Pays 35, I'll go to 35, put my money back in the rack. So it's just kind of working it out as it comes. Five, 3, 8. He's going to pay us 105, ladies and gentlemen. This guy always puts that first black chip in the rack. I advise you to do that too. You don't have to. And you don't have to go any higher. And you can sit there, and if they keep throwing 8s, you can collect $100 just like out of an ATM. Wrong dice set. 2, 6, 2, 3. Here we go. There's a 10. Six, 4. There's a 9. Five, 4. Gonna pay us 50 for one. Go to 50. Rack 35, that's not a bad play. It's kind of a smart play. Get a little bit of pressure. You don't have to go 75. Unless you're wanting to get the black chip collection in a hurry. Big hop up in the air, 3, 2, 5. That would be the point. It's all random. Alright. See? 2 for 3. You got 30 divided by 2, or 3 to 2. 30 divided by 2 on 5 and 9 times 3. 15 times 3 is 45 plus that. So that's a good little win right there. I mean, it could have been bigger. Yeah, we could have had $100 on there. Personally, after I get into this many points, I usually don't go too high. I mean, I usually will start higher on odds, back them down after a couple of shots if I hadn't hit it. But the next point, I don't go back up high. It's harder to hit. The more points you make, the harder it is to keep hitting the same point. Theoretically. Theoretically. All right. Let's do a $5 crap check. I only picked up one number. I'm going to switch a little bit. I'm still staying within my 2V nomenclature here. Six, 2, 8. All right. So what would you do? You got a big 8 sitting there. You got $90 on that 8. And now you just made it to point. You got paid 0 on the come out for it. 90 pays 105 if it sits up there. Let's place it for 60. Put $25 in the rack. We've hit a lot of 8s. We may continue to hammer them. That may be the last 8 we see for the next hour. I didn't like the release. Got a 6 out of it. Woo! Did not like the release. My wrist did not go up. It just kind of hung out there. But we got 60. That's going to pay me 90. I'll immediately take this to 90. I'm going to go to 50 on the 5 at a minimum. $10 in the rack. Six, 4, 10. That was a pretty shot right there. I gotta have a 10 now. Only because I've got a lot of chips in my rack. And I'd like to have more. That's why. Bit of a hot 426. We will take that. We just raised it to 90. Again, that's the first black chip off that 6. I want it in my rack. Now, I will press it to the moon if I have the opportunity. You do not have to. You may bet however you like at a casino, folks, as long as they'll take it. Don't bet like me, just cause I do it. Whoa, I threw it too low off the wall. Look there what I threw. I threw a 7. I hit the rubber. Dang it. That's my fault. 100%. Lack of concentration, running my mouth. Threw it too. I threw it. The height was really okay. I just put too much strength on it to get it down there. All right. So another reason to start backing down on your odds. You're not going to always just keep throwing points. Now we hit 3. Let's add her up and call it a game. Move these out of it. There's 100. And 25. in case anybody's wondering. Just in case. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 700. And green. Not really gonna worry about this, but it is part of the, see a whole lot of dealer hand in coming. There's $14. 2 more black. So 5. We started with 520. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $480 profit. Plus or minus a couple of bucks. Bingo. That's what you do. So alright, so I'm just going to look at that toss one more time real quick. I'm not going to bet, just going to throw it out a couple of times. Try to do it a little more maybe educational like if I can. It's my standard grip. I'm not real deep. Pretty much I may be going ahead and leaning over a little bit more, but when I release this die, I'm dipping down. You see this? I'm just getting down into the, if I stay up here, I'm going to lob it up high. So if I'm down here low, I'm dipping in, I can't, maybe it's because I'm old, my shoulder won't go any higher than it is. See, if I'm up here, it'll go this high. Down here, if I'm dipping in, it's going to go low. So when I dip in, you get a little lower toss, you can make it a little softer on those bouncy tables. That's my opinion, that's what I do. And I did learn that in the casino, basically out of desperation. I think. But I have been doing that for several years now on a bouncy surface table. If my regular toss was not working, getting too much, then I would come in with a very low shot, dipping in into the bowl of the table. So I just want to do that a little bit, kind of thinking about doing a little trip soon. Might run into a bouncy table. Card 4. Alright. Hopefully you found that somewhat educational. I found it fun. I like doing different things. Things that I know I may do in a casino. You know, we could have pressed a little harder. We could have brought up a little more. Probably could have come out. Depends, you know. I didn't get aggressive. My gosh, look at the chips we had out there on the hits. Let me pull this back. There's a lot of hits. So not a single horn number thrown. That last hand, not a single horn number thrown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 tosses, net 500 bucks. With a very small bankroll, basically doubled it, right? We had a $500 profit on a $520 buy-in. I like that. Enjoy yourselves at the casino. Practice like you play. Play like you practice. But by all means, go roll to win.